Hello lighting people, it's LightFair 2022. I'm Al Uzinski with Inside Lighting, and welcome to a very special on-location edition of 5 Big Questions. We found our way into the booth of the world's largest lighting maker, Signify, and we're here with 2 of the top executives in North America, Keith Eagle, the Vice President and General Manager, and Christy Tilton, the VP of Sales. Folks, thanks for joining us for 5 Big Questions. Keith, let's start with you. When you consider how the market is, like your company reported 83% penetrated, or not 83% penetrated, 83% of your sales derives from LED products. There are many parts of the country that are well penetrated with LED products, particularly in historically high rebate areas. Where are the opportunities now? Are we reaching a point of some saturation? Where do you see the business?
Yeah, there's from a pure LED conversion from conventional technology. It went from 80% conventional technology 20 or 12 years ago to 20% today. And now if we can take that same revenue stream by taking from LED to connected and controls, go back to those existing LED retrofit projects that exist, and you can upgrade them using wireless connected and controls, and you go from product sales revenue to a systems revenue that really amplifies our climate action goal around sustainability, because you reduce carbon greenhouse emissions, as well as, of course, the low-hanging fruit of energy savings and cost savings. The other thing that it does is it changes the user experience with lighting. It gives us the opportunity to truly amplify using light as a language and creating that user experience rather than just emitting the light and having a functional area to use that next transformation as light as a language.
Now that makes sense. Yeah, you go from selling a product and having a transaction to having a solution and a customer you acquire and then continue to build and deliver service to. Appreciate that. And Chrissy, look at the booth. The booth looks fantastic here. So if you're at LightFair, be sure to swing by Signify. It's hard to miss. And there's lots of great broad range of products you folks have here, Christy, including some specialized areas like 3D printing and horticultural and health and wellness lighting. Which of those areas do you think has maybe a really brighter future than most lighting people might guess?
So the focus of that is all around sustainability, and we really have 5 areas of sustainability that we focus on. So 1 is circular economy, 2 is healthcare and wellness, which we talked about, safety and security, climate action, and then also the horticulture piece. The 2 areas that I think are the main areas that are focused is 1 is health and wellness. So if you look behind us, we have got our Nature Connect, which is all about bringing the outdoors into your commercial space. So you see a lot of healthcare and also a lot of commercial buildings that want to bring the outside in. The other area of focus is safety and security. When you look at safety and security today, when we started going into COVID, we looked at Wi-Fi like it was you turned on the water, right? And so what happened is you saw so many areas, especially in inner cities, where not everybody had access to Wi-Fi. And so when you look at our safety and security options and you start to look at bright sites, this is an area where you can start to build a community that is truly a connected community for students, for those that need Wi-Fi and have access all the time.
No, that's great to hear. And when we shift now to kind of a bigger picture, when we look at your company, and it's been over 2 years now when Signify acquired Cooper Lighting over 2 years ago. So you've done a great job of delineating in the market of the Cooper side of the business and the Signify and Genlight Solutions side of the business. But Keith, when you look at the overall business, the market side looks pretty clean, but will there come a day where maybe those the Lightalier Daybright folks are developing a product that starts to look a lot similar to maybe the Cooper Halo and Metalux type products? What are your thoughts on possibly products coming together with different labels?
Well, our products will be better. No, just kidding. But no, thanks for acknowledging the fact our go-to-market strategy when we joined forces, acquired Cooper, was those separate go-to-market from a brand perspective and a channel perspective, and we will continue to do that. What's unique about Signify is we have a phenomenal global R&D team, and we will continue to develop technology that accomplishes those 4 goals that Christy talked about: safety and security, circular economy, health and well-being. So we'll both use that technology that creates that, but the form and function will be distinct enough that the market, especially our lighting agents and our specifiers and distributors and contractors, will know the difference between the 2. But having that technology that accomplishes those goals around sustainability is key for both of us.
No, that's smart. And Keith, I think that's the 3rd time you've said sustainability in this discussion. I heard you on the Electrical Wholesalers podcast recently, and it was like a 35-minute podcast. And he mentioned sustainability a couple times in the first 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, that's a good corporate talking point. But then like 17 more times you're talking sustainability. So my question for you, Christy, is are you sick of hearing Keith talk about sustainability?
No, I love it. Keep
right.
it coming.
But no, the real question is like, so when we think about sustainability, we've heard some of your ideas on it, but like, does the contractor on the job site or who bellies up to the counter and asks for one of your products, does that contractor care about sustainability as much as you folks do?
So I think that the contractors are absolutely heading in that direction, but what we're finding is that the end user really, really cares about that. And when you look at a linear economy, we throw away about 92 billion in waste every single year, and that's just not sustainable. And so to be able to have a circular economy where we're really reducing, reusing, and then putting materials into a better usage, it's a huge priority. It was very interesting. We sat at NAAD Nationals a couple weeks ago, and it was the first time I ever heard our channel partners come in and say, what are you doing about sustainability? What are you doing when you package to reduce waste? What are you doing as far as your fixtures to make them recyclable, repurposable? So I don't know that all of our contractors are there yet, but they're definitely getting pushed there by the end user.
Yeah, it seems to be working its way down the food chain, because if you folks weren't talking about it, maybe your channel partners might not be top of mind like you mentioned. So that's an interesting anecdote. And just in general, Keith, when you look at the market, it's been 2 years of COVID and cost increases that have impacted the industry in ways that we've never seen or haven't seen in a long time. And then layer that on top of what economists are predicting as an impending recession, and whether that happens or not isn't the question, but how do you see the market right now, and where are the opportunities for a big lighting manufacturer like Signify?
Yeah, the last 2 years have been crazy. In our career, we haven't seen it. Hopefully, we won't see it again in our career. But I answer it three different ways. One, the supply chain constraints that the market has had, they're starting to get better, and the cost pressures that all of us have had through all of our components and materials, they have subsided. Not gone down, but they have subsided. So the revenue opportunities for us is continue on the new construction. We still see the architectural index is still over 50, so which means for us as lighting manufacturers for the next 9 to 18 months still should be low single digits as far as new construction starts. But what's great about our portfolio, as I mentioned earlier on the LED and the wireless control system, is we need to continue to drive that retrofit opportunities, and not only on LED from conventional, but also to controls.
That's exciting, and it shows promise amidst some of these challenges. And Signify has experience in navigating through all the challenges of the marketplace, and that's what made you folks a global leader. So, Christy and Keith, I know you have tons of customers to meet with, and thank you for carving out part of your day to share it with our audience at home, as well as the rest of the Inside Lighting visitors. We're going to be publishing more information about Signify on Inside Lighting throughout our social media and on our homepage. And Christy and Keith, thank you so much for joining us today for 5 Big Questions.
Awesome.
Thanks for having us.
Al. Thanks for having us.